Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick, aka The Limey, and on this one, we're playing around with the VoiceMod app. Let's do it.
So, included in part of the Stream Deck update was access to the VoiceMod. Now, I'm going to be completely honest, I've splurged a little bit and I've bought the premium version of this, but that's only because I thought I was going to use it way more than I actually have. So I thought it's about time that I made a video all about how to use your Stream Deck with the VoiceMod and how you can add this straight into your stream to sound epic, to sound silly. And there's even a few plugins that have made it quite interesting for us streamers. So let's hop into OBS. I'll show you what I'm seeing and I'll show you how we install it into the Stream Deck. So I've opened up the VoiceMod. And here we are inside the main home screen, okay? So when you install this, you'll get a few of these for free. Some of the voices are free, and I believe they're rotating, so you can't always guarantee having the same one. I happen to stumble across a sale, but you know what? For the 30, 40, 50 pounds, whatever it was to get lifetime access to this, it's worth a bit of a giggle. If nothing else, my kids will get a kick out of it. That was it. Now, there are things that you can do to make this really cool and really effective into your stream, but it is quite a clunky interface. You've got all the different buttons that you press, all the different things that you need to be able to do, go from changing your voice to making yourself normal again. Now, the way this works is really, really simple. You've got to turn the voice mod on. I'm not going to put Crazy Clown on. Let's do that one. So we turn the voice changer on, and then whatever you select, so let's go with game over voice. Whatever you select is exactly
how you sound. So you sound game over. Just like that. But then to get out of it, you've got two options.
You can click on the clean, which brings you back to a normal voice, or just turn the voice changer completely off, okay? The problem with turning it on and off all the time is that if you want to quickly hit, I don't know, magic chords and sound like that cool guy from Trolls, then it doesn't work because it's all turned off. So you need to turn the voice changer back on every single time you want to use it, okay? Now there are a few things in this that you may or may not want to have. So you've got Hear Myself. So as we all know, everything in my stream runs through my Elgato Wave 3. So I'll pop in a headphone just so I can hear. And what that means is I can hear my own voice. Now, this is always on a slight delay, which is, for me, quite frustrating. It makes me start to talk like I'm a bit drunk, okay? So I get a bit slurry and I get a bit delayed because I can hear myself talking ever so slightly out of sync. But obviously, if you want to sound like your favorite troll or T-Pain, and you want to sound like that, that's not T-Pain, is it? That's ridiculous. Psh. Let's go back to our favorite troll, magic chords. If you want to sound just like that, then you've got to remember to turn it on. You're listening to yourself, and I honestly, if I go back to the game over guy,
if I want to say game over, I just say game over. However, as soon as I can hear myself say it, I need to become way more dramatic. I need to game over or game over. So I think it kind of takes off what it is that you're doing. So I'll take those out and we'll go back to clean.
So there are a few different things that you can do to make this just work very, very simply. And that's kind of how the Stream Deck comes in. So this will work with any of the Elgato Stream Decks. So I've got the mid-size version, there's a mini version, which I think is only 6 or 9 buttons, and there's a bigger version as well, the XL. Whatever you want to do. Now you can create a dedicated folder, but again, that's 2 button presses, or you can streamline your whole stream setup. So I've still got my normal stream setup with my Go Live, my mute mic, my stereo or monitor mix, the PS5 noise when I mute the PS5 to record my different scenes that I use, obviously my pause button, my clip, my end stream, I've got my lighting, which means I can turn my lamp on, turns the wall back on, and I've just thrown in just a blank folder that we're going to use for this exercise, okay? So if you haven't already installed the VoiceMod functionality, go over to your little store, click on that icon, and it takes you right to the new and shiny bits of what's involved in Stream Deck 5.0. So right here is a whole VoiceMod section, tells you everything about how it works, and just hop over to your plugins, and it's right here. Just hit the install button and it'll pop up on the side panel. So I'm just going to scroll down, expand the VoiceMod section, try and do it so you can see it behind my head. And we've got a couple of things that we've got here. So some of these are good and some of these are bad. So they're going to make life easier for you and they're not. So there's a couple of ways that you can, as a streamer or someone who's going to be using a Stream Deck and the VoiceMod, approach this. Okay. The biggest thing you've got to remember to do is you've got to turn the voice changer on and
select whichever of the voices you want to sound like.
Then to get back to normal, you've either got to reselect clean or just,
if we're still a baby,
just turn the voice changer off. Okay, so there are a couple of different ways that you can do this. So let's just minimize that. So the first thing you've got to remember is you need to turn the voice changer on off. So you can drag the voice changer on off straight over, and now you've got functionality to be able to just turn the VoiceMod on and off. So if I press the button, you can see that the voice changer goes on. Pop it on something so you can see it changes.
And when I press the button again, I sound probably like a baby, which is great.
So that is
one of the things that you
can do. The next thing you need to do is add the sounds that you want. So you go, oops, excuse me, scrolling around. You go to voice changer, you drop that in and create the title of the thing you want it to be. Now, voice lists, you've got an option here for all favorites or custom voices. If you leave all, you get every single voice that is on the VoiceMod at the moment. So probably the first thing that you want to do is have a bit of fun with this, go really deep, get in depth with it, go through and select your favorites. So these are not in my favorites at the moment. Some of them are obviously. And what you can do is you can go through and just listen to them all and see which ones you like. See which ones sound cool and funny. So let's turn
voice changer on and hear myself. Cop radio.
The cop radio sound like? Oh, so it sounds quite staticky. So again, click on the love heart and it will pop up in your favorites. Cop walkie-talkie, exactly the same. Cop chase. Cop chase, nope, sounds exactly the same too. Let's go with cyber tune.
Cyber tune. Oh, it gives you that sort of cyber tune effect. And Dark Angel.
Dark Angel. He sounds a bit like the Game Over guy, but you know,
It's quite cool. And the drone just makes you sound sort of nasally.
fan. I think the fan just makes you... Oh, I definitely can't hear myself do that one. The fan just makes you sound like you're a kid and you're talking into a fan. You're going, Mom, I need things, please. That's what the fan does. The ghost.
The ghost makes you sound So any of these that you like.
Just hit the favorite and it'll pop it up into your favorites section. So as you can see, I've got a whole bunch that I've already got all saved. You see the new ones in the main bit, but in my favorites, I've got all of the ones that I will probably want to use at some point. So back inside the Stream Deck, what we're going to do is click on the baby. We're going to go down, we've given it the title baby because that's what the name it is. We're going to go to our favorites, which is a much smaller list than all voices, okay? On the drop down, we find baby, and there it is. Now, as ever with the Stream Deck, you can play around by changing where the font goes, if you want it top, middle, or bottom. You can also change all of the icons. Completely down to you how you want to do it. So back into the Stream Deck, and you've got the icon that turns the VoiceMod on, and you've got the option to create a baby. So you turn the thingy-majiggy on, the VoiceMod, and then
all of a sudden you can sound just like a baby. Now the problem with that is that there's no way to turn it off
without turning the whole VoiceMod back off. So what you'll need to do is on here, create this as a switch. And I think this is kind of where it does and it doesn't work. So what I'll do is let me just throw in some voices. I'll show you exactly what I mean. Okay, so I've just quickly added in some extra voices. I've added in the baby, the game over voice, game over, and Titan, which probably sounds exactly like the same as the game over. So what I'll do, I'm going to stick an ear in just so I can make sure this is actually working, is I'll activate the Stream Deck. The Stream Deck is currently turned on. It's set to clean when I start.
But then I can change it to a baby. Now, as I said, when I can hear myself, I get a little bit over-enthusiastic.
You can also become the game over guy. Game over! Or you can become the Titan. Yeah, as I said, they probably sound very, very similar.
But the baby,
The Titan,
the baby,
the game over voice, they're great, but you can't get back to clean unless you add
a button that puts you back to clean. So right now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buttons all being used
just so I can sound like a baby.
or I sound normal. And I think personally there's a bit of an easier way to do this. So let's see if we can make this a little bit easier by using our good old friend, the multi-action switch. So I'm going to pop that in the corner. And I'm going to call this baby. And we need to put some actions in here. So let's go with VoiceMod. We're going to turn a voice changer on. We are going to voice change. And voice change, we're going to do baby, baby. And favorite, select voice from baby. And then for button press 2, we're going to do voice changer off. And that is baby off. Okay? And then we will save that. And we've now got the baby. I want a baby! Right, so let's gear up. And let's see if we've made this work. So we're currently on clean. I'm going to turn the VoiceMod off. So it's right there. And what I'll do is I'll slide this just over here so you guys can see. Oh, you can't see it because it's behind my head. Lift it up for you. Yeah, there you go. You can see. So this is the voice changer button turning on, turning off, and you can see it light up on the board as well. So one way is to have the dedicated button
that turns it on and makes you sound
just like what they are.
Turn it off. The other way is to create the multi-action switch
that allows you to press the button, turn it on,
and then of course turn it off at the press of a button. Now that to me makes a lot more sense
than having to press 2
or 3 buttons every single time you want to do something
fun, funky, and cool.
Also, we're taking up a whole page of our Stream Deck profile. So I've still got to be able to access all of my scenes, muting my mic, things like that, within also having fun with the sound effects. Now, I know I could literally hit the folder
and hit the baby voice, but that's still 2 button presses.
turn it off before I forget. But that's a much cleaner and a much smoother way to be able to do it. Now, in the VoiceMod function, they have allowed you to be able to manage that microphone completely. So you've got your on-off button. Again, it's a bit of a toggle. You've got your voice changer on, your voice changer off, activate voice changer, which is effectively the same as turning it on and turning it off. So it's kind of pointless. Hear myself on, hear myself off. If I'm honest, I never want to hear myself talk. Thank you for if you guys want to hear me talk, but I never want to hear myself talk. You've seen it, I'm literally melting every time I have to put this in my ear, and I have to listen to myself ever so slightly delayed. It really does cause me some confusion. So again, you've got the toggle, you've got the hear my voice on, you've got the hear my voice off. They've got an option here for background effects. What I'll do is let me show you what this actually does. So if we turn the voice changer
on
and we go to clean, there's certain ones that have background effects. So I'm now a ghost. I'm a ghost. And if I turn the background effects on, you now get in the background. So again, the robot. So the background noise, it kind of distracts from what it is you're trying to do. Now, if I was going to use that on a stream, I'd probably never ever want to use that background effect. Okay, so again, it is there and it's something that you can have. If you were doing this completely different not for a stream, you're doing it for a video that you're producing or something like that, the ooey ari scary bits of the ghost might actually make sense to you. Okay, one of the other things that I actually quite like is they've included a random voice function. So we'll stick that on there, we'll call it random, and then as we play, I'm going to pop an earbud back in. I've got a random button right here. Let's make sure it's turned on, which I think it is.
Am I a baby? Yeah, I'm a baby. Right.
Back to clean. Okay. So the random button.
What that's supposed to do is it gives you a random voice. Now, hopefully, if I press
it again, it completely changes. Press it again. And again. And again. And again. And again. And again.
All that does
is it just completely gives you a random voice from the full list of everything that's in the voice list. All of the voices gives you an option to have them. The thing I do quite like is they also give you a instant sensor beep. So, sensor. This is effectively giving you a get out of jail free card if you've got a bit of a potty mouth. Now, I can't do this and listen to myself because I start to talk or I start to stutter because I know what I'm doing. But the sensor button, it just gives you a beep. So if I'm in the middle of and I hear everything I'm saying, I've got a proper pocket and just stop cursing or swearing because it's not appropriate for my there is censor button allows me not to have to swear. Well, it hides the fact that I'm swearing stream, or if you know what's going time hitting the button. There we go. I'll try and throw some subtitles up for that. It's exactly what I said. It also works for Morse code. One of the other cool things they've included for you as part of this voice mod is a full soundboard. So if I drop that just in there. Now what this is it gives you access to all those little sound effects, those little things that you might want to include on your stream. So again, I'll throw my earbud in and you can hear the... So there's loads, absolutely hundreds. Body implant defibrillator. So you play a game like Destiny, like I do, you might want to get help. So all of those sounds are in there. And again, you can just go crazy. You can leave these running in the background while you're trying to do something, okay? Now, again, there's a stop all function. So if you've got your sound running, it'll stop it straight away for you. Okay, that was just a super quick video on how we can use the VoiceMod and how it integrates into your Stream Deck to make your streams absolutely epic. Guys, if you've enjoyed this one, please give me a huge thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. You really help the videos get picked up in the YouTube algorithm, which really helps the channel grow. I appreciate every single one of you. And as ever, any questions, pop it in the comments section. I'll do what I can to try and help out and try and find you a solution to that problem that you're having. Guys, again, my name is Nick, aka The Limey, and thanks for tuning in. I'm going to leave this one.
Game over. It's epic, 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 epic.
Alright, it's not that epic.